What's something you've overheard in a language they assumed you didn't know? 1. I lived in France for a while and speak French fluently. After I got married, my wife and I went there for a week of vacation. Standing on the subway, I was speaking to her in English about what stop we were getting off and what we'd be seeing. I stopped for a moment and then overheard two boys right next to me, maybe 14, 16 years old, talking about how funny it was when Americans got lost on the subway. No big deal. I actually think that's funny too. Then one of the little pricks looks at my wife and says, "Well, I hope he gets lost and leaves her behind because I'd like to give her a good frick." His friend laughed, and then I turned to them and said, in French, "That's funny. I was just thinking the same thing about you guys. So which one of you wants to get lost and which one wants to get fricked?" A guy nearby just burst out laughing. The boys got a horrified look and went over to the other door. My wife asked me what happened, and I said that they told a dirty joke about you, and then I told them one about their mom. Laughing guy then covers for me and says in pretty good English, "It was a very funny joke, but does not translate into English well." 2. My mom and I were sitting in a completely packed theater for The Dark Knight. Before the movie started, when it was completely silent, two Brazilian men, we're also Brazilian, go, "Oh my, I just let out the most horrific fart." And the other goes, silent but deadly, kind of like Batman. Since they were a couple rows in front of us, my mom and I started giggling, but they heard us, so they turned around and stared at us, completely terrified and embarrassed. My mom and I did the obvious thing and waved. It was hilarious.